So...
That was easy.
Ah.
Alright.
See, I
Now back
thought...
to Ada.
Because Sherry's locket's there.
Unauthorized removal of a level 4 virus detected. Facility lockdown initiated. Self-destruct sequence will begin when lockdown is complete.
Oh, so Leon triggers the self-destruct sequence. Okay, that's interesting. I always thought it was the it was Birkin getting back up after he. Right, but yeah, so that's Sherry's locket. I thought that Leon would take Sherry, but I suppose if you do Leon A, Claire B, I guess Claire comes here after you, and so it wouldn't make any sense that. It wouldn't make any sense that the locket would be there. So that must be what hung... No. Maybe not then. I don't know who gets the locket. What's up, buddy boy?
He's mine.
Okay. I really didn't think Annette was going to be here as well.
What the hell's going on?
The continuity is so dumb.
Left me no choice.
So now we know why Annette wasn't in. So it's a weird thing. I just did this. Just did this with this girl a minute ago. Then I died, and then I got slightly better, and I've just come back up to help you fight this one. This is the shit I'm talking about. It's like they could have taken so much more time making the B scenario
But we never meant for this
actually
to happen.
just a different scenario instead of just.
Then tell me everything. Right from the start.
Yeah, it's probably my biggest complaint is this shit because Annette's dead. Annette's not here.
You don't get away that easy.
If Claire and Sherry have already left, Annette's dead. Oh, but I don't think we saw him inject himself in Claire's scenario, so this is slightly different. Because I remember asking who injected him.
So you made this monster.
We made the G virus, but we never intended
You can
this.
spin it any way you want. You're still responsible.
So now what happens? Because, like... Obviously he still inflicts the lethal damage on her.
What the hell? Oh, shit. What are you doing?
We can't let him get away.
Oh, okay, so in this mode, Leon doesn't even volunteer, he's just like...
Let me end this here.
Class A breach detected. Lockdown until target is neutralized.
Okay. I don't know why I took my knife. I thought I could block. I think that's the way to do this fight. Thinking about it actually, because I just need to destroy his eyes, the flamethrower might have been quite good for this. But, you know, we use the tools that I've brought with us. I think even though I just need to pop his eyes, I think... I don't fully know the mechanics of this fight. Dang it. Yeah. That's fine, that's fine. If you could you go and grab a canister again? Because that's... Oh, we can do that, that's fine. Damn it, I was really hoping I could kill him with that. Okay, can. Ow. You stop. There we go. I put a lot of mag bullets into you there, Berkey. I feel like that's... See, I think on this one, you can pop the eyes with whatever you want, really, which is why the Claire's machine gun's really good. Yay. But this, we'll still self-destruct, but you can now leave. Yeah, so it's... Yeah, so... Anyway, I think you can pop the eyes with whatever, which is why Claire's machine gun's quite good for that. But then the damage on his chest needs to be damaged. So Magnum or shotgun at close range. Both work. So yeah, stuff like Leon being the one that triggers the self-destruct, I like. The fact that he triggers it fighting Birkin again, I don't like. Because, I'm going to say this again, half remembering it, like, Mr. X wasn't in Scenario A at all in the first game. I think it's an improvement that he's in both, just by virtue of how good a character, how good an enemy he is. But it meant that in Scenario A, you fought a lot more of William. I think you fight William a little bit in Scenario B in the original. Okay, I got a lot of handgun bullets now. Yeah, okay. But, not cool, Annette. That was not cool.
That looks bad.
Feels worse. Believe me.
Talk about what you said. I don't know how much I believe.
Just tell me you'll destroy that G sample.
No, it's evidence. It's going to the FBI.
Yeah, I'm a good cop.
You trust that bitch?
More than I trust you.
She's not FBI. She's a mercenary.
I mean, that's
She's
true.
gonna sell it. The G-Virus is gonna go to the highest bidder.
Bullshit.
I hope you're right. But if the G-Virus gets into the wrong hands...
Yeah, like, you're absolutely right. She's not FBI. I knew that. But I also have no reason to trust you at all. Like, zero reason to... Yeah, everything you've done has been... I can't even shoot a corpse. Everything you've done has been counterintuitive to both mine and Ada's progress. You suck. So the fact that you're, you know... Yes, I'm fine until the timer starts. The fact that you're, you know, correct doesn't really help your case here because don't need that much. I do need this, but not yet. Don't need that. Got 5 shotgun shells, that should be enough. I don't need that much flame of fuel. I probably don't need the extra spare fuel, but 3 slots is enough. Typewriter. Is there a typewriter in this room? No. Well, there's a typewriter on the way back to Ada. Yeah, it doesn't help your case when... Oh, hey, Ada, I don't know how you managed to get there. Oh, she's been hacking it. That would have been really good if you'd given me that
I was
gun
just thinking about you.
That makes
instead
two
of
of
giving
us.
me.
I was getting worried.
Would have been really good if you'd given me that
No,
gun
we made
instead of
13.
giving me
I gotta ask you something.
the bracelet.
clear.
That would have made my life a lot easier. I could have just gone
Tell me you
straight
got
there.
Oh, I got it.
Let me verify the G sample and we get the hell out of here.
Before we do that, I ran into Annette. She claims you're not FBI.
I showed you my badge. I had a trench coat on.
Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
Because I realized, as much as I wanted to trust you, I didn't.
Why'd you
I really
let me
hoped
pull the
it
gun
wouldn't
on you?
look like this.
So that's all this was. I was just some pawn to you.
I like these holding the virus
doing my
sample like he
job.
holds
And I'm
the
doing mine,
torch.
so drop that damn gun! I'm taking you in.
Hand over the sample, Leon. I don't want to hurt you.
Cool. It's convenient.
And you shoot me. But I don't think you can.
Bang. And thus ends Leon S. Kennedy's. Oh! That's. Bye. Yeah, I forgot this happened because I was thinking I'll talk after. I should have shot your corpse.
Hold on. I think I can.
Look, we've got matching gunshot wounds now.
Forget
Now I
it.
just need to get a piece of metal in my leg, and we'll be a pair.
It's not worth it.
Don't do this.
Take care of yourself, Leon.
No!
Yeah, she's fine. So, ooh, how am I going to get off of that? I bet cutscene Leon's going to jump the gap. Something he never fucking does in gameplay. Oh no, there's a slight gap. I have to push some bookshelf. Oh, I just walked to the side slightly. Okay. All right, cutscene Leon, you win this one. But yeah, why would why would you make a self-destruct sequence that would destroy a walkway, preventing your employees from escaping?
Self-destruct sequence.
Also, it's completely pointless. Why didn't she give me a hacking tool?
To the bottom level training platform.
Whatever. Anyway, one of the sequences is you fight Mr. X in a furnace, I want to say, and you knock him into a pool of molten metal. You fight him with Ada, but as a sort of like final Mr. X thing that he does, he slashes Ada across the chest and causes and kills her, and so you leave her and then go on your merry way. And then in Resident Evil 3 you get a load of epilogue files, and one of the epilogue files shows that Ada is alive and well, and she has a massive scar across her chest.
Detonation.
What's that?
Yeah.
Claire!
Leon?
See, this scene
doing
makes
it
sense
too.
because
Yeah. But the whole place is
Claire
coming
was
down.
ahead of you.
Listen to me. You need to get out. Fast.
Yeah. There's a way out. We can make it. Where are you now?
I
Claire.
really wish I'd put Claire in
You
her
still
old, in
there?
her retro costume, so that in a '98
Yeah.
costume, so she was all blocky now.
Hey, Leon, you're breaking up.
Forget about me. Just get out of here.
Make sure when the self-destruct sequence goes off, it interrupts all of the
Damn it.
radio displays either, so people can't communicate with each other. That's important. We want to make sure that there's absolutely no way anyone can communicate that this is a false alarm and to turn it off. That's important. So yeah, so I was fully expecting that to happen, and you fight Mr. X, he cuts Ada, and then fuck it. And then you do this bit. But they decided to go for the Annette shoots Ada route, which is different. Actually, I don't need to fight these plant zombies either. I brought this flamethrower along because I remember there being plant zombies. Then I also remember I don't need to... Oh, I know what I need to... I need to fight them while I'm waiting for the door to open. Although I don't have a sherry. So... How do the doors open? Can I slide?
Detonation.
No. Cool dude would slide. Oh, okay, it's you. That's...
a fucking joke.
You're here instead of the plant zombies. That's cool. Hey, zombie. You're a bit slow in getting up, I'm going to be honest. Okay, so this is where it diverges. Come on. Let's see what you're made of, tyrant. You alright up there, X?
Gotta keep going.
Okay, so yeah, so this is where B scenario differs, because you go to a different area.
Initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to...
So... Don't need 2 knives. I don't think... I might be wrong. I don't think Leon gets a special weapon, though. Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. I'm silly. Of course he does. He gets the special weapon. That, by the way, that, this joint plug is specifically designed to make sure that you have 2 slots in your inventory, so that you don't accidentally fill your inventory up with items that you can't get rid of, and then when you need to have space for the special weapon that you get, you've got it. Because it's like, with both Leon and Claire, you have to have this here to trigger the final boss.
Until detonation.
Now, I know about this boss. Obviously, I know which boss it is, and I've been expecting it because it's the same boss in Resident Evil 2, as is the final boss. However, there is a very specific mechanic to this boss, which means that you can kill him by only firing 1 bullet. So, this is... So, yeah, like I said, in the original, Mr. X fell into a furnace and came back in this form. I did say there's a way to do this without firing a single bullet. That doesn't mean that I'm going to do it. Actually, I suppose I could. There's not really any benefit in not. There is a point where I need to shoot him, though. And I also need to actually avoid his attacks, which is I'm not doing that great at. Basically, the way this fight works is that Mr. X has 1,000,000 HP. Which, to give it some sort of context, the average zombie has something like 120 HP or something. Like, it's not... He's not an enemy you can kill, essentially. What you need to do is wait. Now, you can speed up the timer for how long you wait by doing damage to him. That was a dick move, I'm going to be honest, game. But I understand why you did it. Wait, is he going to throw them at me now? Or is it just stuff to get in my way? Okay, no, I can get him to break it. Cool. But yeah, he's got a move. There we go. That's what I need to do. I think that gives me a... Yay! Maxed out. Sorry, I knew that one. I was looking at records earlier and I was like, which one? What's that one? How do I get that one? It's like, oh, that's how I get that one. So yeah, shooting him with weapons really doesn't reduce his... Really doesn't reduce the timer by very much, so... I do need to stop that attack though, because it's a one-hit kill if he pulls it off. So it is important to actually get that hit in. Ah, dang it. It's quite strong. Also, this is a really cool theme. It might be... Is it the same boss theme as Birkin? There we go. See, told you she's fine. And Leon's just like, wow, that's convenient. They were a lot more... let's do this. Oh. Okay. I was hoping, because in most Resident Evil games, when you shoot the final... Jesus. When you shoot the final rocket at the guy, it shows you the rocket coming from like 3 different camera angles before you hit the dude. But in this time they just went, nah, fuck it. You just explode him. Oh shit, there's a chest. Oh, actually I do still have... This is what I needed the grenade for. Fortunately I did bring it with me. So there are... There we go. They've all got very low HP. And I get an achievement for doing it. Hooray! Zombie roundup, kill 3 enemies at once with a sub-weapon. So again, I looked up and it said, hey, there's a really good point near the end of the game in the B scenario where that happens. So I made sure I had a grenade left over for that.
Get out of here.
Yeah, in the original they were very much, it was like a shadowy figure drops it down. And there were people who were going, it's Rebecca Chambers! And it's like, no, it's Ada. It's Ada's voice actor who says the line. It's the same person drops it to Claire. If you're playing as Claire... That was the other reason why people said Claire A, Leon B was the canon. Because it made no sense for Ada to give Claire the rocket launcher to fight Mr. X. So... Yeah. What's that on my... What have I got in my chest? Am I just covered in blood?
Can't believe I actually miss her.
Yeah, so in this version, Leon doesn't know that Ada survived. He just thinks... Oh, it's going to be really annoying if you get to the end and there's a massive door that needs that. He just thinks... I'll be fine. I just got a convenient rocket launcher jump down.
We made it.
Hey.
Just like
I caught
said.
up.
Who's this?
This is Sherry.
Okay.
Jesus. I'm not good with children.
I don't know. I'll go. You take care of Sherry.
So, here's the actual final boss. Ooh, so there's items I can pick up. Good. I mean, I've got a decent amount of ammo and stuff. I think I'm going to be okay, if I'm honest. But, you know, we'll take a... I don't know how this fight goes down, so we'll take... There's literally nothing left to do, so we'll take everything. Even the flamethrower. Even the flamethrower, which I am very confident I don't need, I will take with me. There we go. I knew I had a mag ammo left. Only 2 mag bullets, but okay. Probably should have maybe saved a few more of those, but be fine. Is there any more? Yeah, there's still items in this room. I really don't think this is going to be any good to me, but... Oh, is there a typewriter? Yes, there is. Let's save. Okay. So I don't know, it's because, like I said, that last boss was based entirely on time, and there's no... there's no reason, there's no actual point in fighting. Okay, that's all the stuff I can get. I can't really, I mean, do I want to make a load of handgun bullets? It's suggesting I might need them. I feel like I don't, but I guess I really don't have anything to lose at this point, so... I'll take... Yeah, we'll take everything. Wood, how much can I make? I'm thinking... No, I got enough bullets. I got enough bullets. I'm wondering how this section... Say I didn't know about Mr. X's section being timed, and I'd wasted all my ammo trying to kill him pointlessly and used up all my ammo, which I think is the intention. Okay, I was expecting him to come down. Hey, Will!
You got a problem with
So yeah, this is I like that you could recognize him though.
You want more bullets? Be my guest.
So yeah, I don't know that there's a
Want some more?
that's that. Actually, I don't know that there's a... He might just be a bullet sponge. Oh no, that looks like a... That looks like a weak point, doesn't it? Look, can I... Since I don't have any more, there we go. That kill him? He doesn't feel dead. I think I just made him angry. He might be dead. Hey, I'm in this car. What happened to all my guns? I still had a rocket launcher left. Okay, that was incredibly easy. I thought they would maybe amp that up a little bit, but I guess by virtue of the fact that they give you 4 missile rounds, and I guess you use 1 on Mr. X, maybe you use 1 killing those 4 zombies that I used the grenade on, assuming you didn't have any more ammo to kill them. And then that gives you 2 for William, and then that pretty much finishes them off. What I was going to say is I wonder if they'd have a mechanic where if you had no ammo, running...
No.
No.
We're just... Well, we actually just met last night.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Yeah.
Spent like 5 seconds in each other's company.
He might be able to give us a ride.
What if it's not just the city?
Get Sherry out of here.
Come on.
Hey, that was Live Another Day by the Great.
He was friendly.
So, is it over?
I don't know why they got the child and woman to hide. I feel like
not,
he might have been
we'll
more
stop.
inclined to stop.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you damn right we will.
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine. Come on.
Hey, you guys can adopt me.
Adopt you.
We can get a puppy
Puppy.
and a parrot.
Here.
She's gotten over the death of her parents incredibly quickly.
Next up on this boring Wednesday is a song to get your blood pumping.
Okay, there's a cute little end sequence there. And I have the credits so I can actually talk and stop getting interrupted by things. So I was going to say is, I was wondering if the final boss was going to be one that had a mechanic where if you run out of ammo, the boss just instantly dies. Silent Hill 1 had a mechanic like that, where basically you could go into the final fight with no ammo, and the boss fight would start, and then the boss would just go, ah, and then die. Because it was like, you can't kill him, there's no ammo in this room to kill him. So yeah, it was just like, we can't just not have you be able to finish the game at this point, I guess. So, they do give you some bullets in that room though, but not nearly enough to kill him, so it's like, I imagine it is very much a case that if you run out of ammo, that cutscene will kick in. Or it might be a timed thing. It used to be you had to rail into him, but most people would just use the knife. But because the knife's not infinite, unless you've got an infinite knife, I suppose, that wasn't an option anymore. I do remember the first time I beat Resident Evil 2, I was so bad at the item management that I did end up having to fight Birkin with the knife. Because I was like, literally, I've got one missile left over from the Mr. X fight. I've got maybe 2 shotgun shells, 3 magnum shells, and then a few... I just literally had, like, scraps of everything, and then I was like, knife, I guess? And I just stood there slashing at William with the knife, and they killed him. So it is, I can confirm, it is doable. Again, I think the old game was based on damage, and it wasn't just after a certain amount of time he died. Pretty sure. So yeah, that end scene is interesting. First of all, like I mentioned at the time, Sherry got over the death of her parents incredibly quickly. Like, no, just like, yeah, we get a puppy. It's like, I literally just, I mean, he was a monster, but we just exploded your father into an exploding, we just pushed your father into an exploding lab. Can I learn to play the piano? Your mother killed my girlfriend. I mean, I'm not putting that on you, Sherry, but I'm gonna remember that. Until, obviously, Resident Evil 4, when Leon finds Ada's spine. But until then... Actually, I think even by Resident Evil 4, it's implied they are aware that he is aware that she's still alive, so... Yeah, the other thing that's interesting about that is in the original, that they have a very similar cutscene, like they were like, let's look forward to the future, yeah, let's go, hooray, woo, we did it. And they walk off into the sunset, literally walk off into the sunset. I don't remember there being a truck driver who gives them the middle finger, but he seemed to be in there for no reason at all, but whatever. And he had a really weirdly rendered hand, I noticed, but yeah, whatever. When you get the Resident Evil 3 epilogue, which I suppose are only... You can't necessarily judge how canon they are, because they were made up after the fact. But they say basically that Leon goes, hey, you're still looking for your brother, right? So, you know, fuck off. Literally just goes, I'll leave Sherry to me. I'll make sure she's okay. I'll take her to the nearest army blockade, which apparently are rubbish because they keep letting people through. They do say that the blockade failed, but still. But you feel quite badly. So it's not like Claire and Leon snuck in. They drove down a road. You'd think that would be the first thing they would block. Anyway. So yeah, he says, you know, shove off. I wasn't actually, because I was going to make a joke about it in one of the video descriptions in Claire's scenario, and I thought I'd best double check actually to make sure that it is the case that Claire never meets Sherry again. And it is implied, I think, in Resident Evil 6 in files that Claire and Sherry have kept in touch since Resident Evil 2, and she did keep her promise to sort of be friends with her, and they email each other and they meet each other when they can. Sherry also becomes friends with a little girl from one of the movies, but I can't remember which little girl because the CGI movies, although I like the CGI movies more than live action movies, which are not canon, the CGI movies are canon, and so it's kind of important. And I would do if my hand worked well enough. Well, no, I can do quotation marks. I'm doing, man. You just imagine me doing air quotations as I say, important. They are at least canon. But that might be where Leon finds out that Ada's still alive. I wonder if Degeneration, I think is the first one, is set before 4. Anyway, I'm kind of mumbling to myself now. If you've ever watched me do a full play, and you've watched me talk over the credits before, it's pretty much what I do. What was I talking about? Yeah, so Claire immediately pisses off, and Leon and Sherry get taken into protective custody. And then they say, hey, look, normally we might, you know, arrest you or whatever, but hey, you survived Raccoon City, you're pretty hot shit, we want you to be one of our agents. And so he becomes, I think he joins this, I can't remember which team he joins. He doesn't join like the BSAA or any of that stuff, but he's like, yeah, I really want to kill Umbrella, because that shit they did in Raccoon City wasn't cool. Like, I didn't know anyone there, really. Technically, in this scenario, I never even met Marvin. Marvin was just a zombie. I killed all of my co-workers. So I don't really hold that much of a grudge. But I put you personally inconvenienced me and put me in jeopardy. So therefore, I want to destroy Umbrella now. I suppose he was upset about Ada. In fairness, yeah, okay, Ada, because of Ada. Although again, I found out Ada later was fine, but still, Ada. And then he was like, look, I'll join your team if you look after Sherry for me. And they were like, yeah, we'll look after Sherry for you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then they experimented on Sherry. Oh, see, that's not a great result. They then experimented on Sherry for years and years and years and years until she came of age. And they were like, hey, I know you've been experimenting on your entire childhood, but how would you like to become one of our agents? And then she was like, yeah, okay. And then she became a super secret soldier in Resident Evil 6, and she could heal because she had G-Virus in her. That's true. That's all true, the things I've said there. Have I not unlocked anything? There we go. Hero emerges. Game mode, Claire second story. Fourth survivor. That's what I wanted. And then zombie roundup and gun fanatic. Which I get for getting all of the guns with Leon, and zombie roundup was getting that grenade. So, weekly challenge available. Oh no, I've done a thing. Hang on. This is... No, I didn't know you were going to do that. Just ignore that happened. Yeah, so... I mean, I suppose that could still happen. They could be like, oh look, there's a huge police barricade... I was going to say barcode. Barricade coming. Claire, piss off. You need to find Chris. I was also wrong. I said that Leon and Claire didn't meet up again until Resident Evil 6. They meet up in Code Veronica, which is the the one Resident Evil game I haven't, mainline Resident Evil game I haven't finished. I think I finished Outbreak 1 and 2. I definitely owned Outbreak 1 and 2, though they're definitely not mainline games. But yes, I might at some point go and do Code Veronica just so I can say I've done it all. I broadly know the whole plot though, and there's not much you get out of it. The big thing you get out of it, I think, is actually finding out that Wesker's still alive, and also having the whole reunion with Claire finally catching up with Chris. That letter from Chris, by the way, as has been pointed out, is a fake letter from Chris, but he's pretending he's on holiday, and so he's writing. So basically, because he knows that, I guess, like Chief Brown Irons, or that there's people who will try and intercept it, so he writes it like, "Hey guys, I'm on holiday, banging the chicks. Barry, don't you think about coming up here?" And it's like, "Barry, I need your help. Come up here." And so then again, Barry picks up Jill in Resident Evil 3, and then the two of them fly to Europe to try and find Chris. Nothing ever happens with that. You don't see Barry again until Resident Evil Revelations 2. He's not even in any of the movies, I don't think. It made me very sad. Anyway, I'm going off tangent here. That was Resident Evil 2. I really liked that. I would have probably liked it a lot more if I could have played that last hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes 4 weeks ago, when I played all of the rest of the game, and then I could have been like, that was good, I could sit down and enjoy that for 4 weeks. I wouldn't have had as much insight, and it probably would have gone a lot differently, because like I said, I wouldn't have known how Mr. X worked, I wouldn't have known... it might have been better, because then I might have... I don't know, it would have been more organic, but, you know, I can't help that. I found stuff out. Yeah, so, we've still got stuff to do, though, because there's now the fourth survivor, which is... it's kind of basically a little side mini-game thing, but it is technically canon. And then the ghost survivors. Now, these aren't canon. These characters all died. He's one of the dead dudes in the lab. She's the corpse you find on the table that Brian kills, and Kendo doesn't survive. So these characters are all dead, but these are all kind of like what-if scenarios, if they did survive. So we'll give them a look as well, I think. And we'll give the fourth survivor a look. So yeah, until then, Jackman out, I guess. Bye. I'm basically torturing these zombies, but, you know, fuck them.
I can do this.
Leon, stop bigging yourself up. It's fine. It's just like, I can do this. You've got this. I'm just torturing a plant zombie with fire. There we go.